Business. Well, first introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Yay. Hi, my name is May, but like I'm Nigerian. My Nigerian name is Mayowa, Mayowa, and means bring joy. That God brings joy. Yeah, I've been in Canada for 2 years. I'm an immigrant. I am married. I have a kid, very sweet, beautiful kid.
Yeah,
I have a daughter. Then I'm a photographer. I started my business this year, early this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm also an HR benefits expert. And yeah.
So you're
And I'm a child of God.
benefit expert where? At Honda, yeah?
Yeah, at Honda. But I really don't want
Honda.
to talk about work.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I really want to go into.
Let's talk about the photographing.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
So what got you involved in that? Like what made you interested in being a photographer?
To be honest, I got the push from my husband. So I've always liked to take pictures. I think I'm a very visual person. I like things looking good. So I've had a knack for, I wouldn't just say photography. Like back home, I used to do like interior decoration, event decoration. I help you do like, I think it's called like, there's a word for it, I can't remember. But you know, like it's a stylist, like a fashion stylist. So I put like look together. I'm just very visual, right? So getting here, when I was pregnant, I was looking for like a photographer to help me take my maternity pictures. And I didn't find anybody that I liked. Yeah. And I know we have a lot of white photographers around here. However,
Whatever.
most people, I'm speaking for all Nigerians here. I don't want to say black people, but trust me, I'm speaking for majority of the black people. Most black people don't like white photographers taking their pictures because I feel like they don't know how to edit the skin tone. You would see if a black person goes for a white photographer, maybe because of like the minimalist like vibe, like there's this aesthetic vibe that they probably have, and we're like, hey, okay, I think this can work with my skin tone. So I didn't find any black photographer here to take pictures for me. Even in Barrie, most Nigerians are actually based in Toronto, Mississauga. Yeah, so I didn't find anybody.
So what were you critiquing them on? Like what were you looking for, a specific look, or why didn't you like the other black?
Yeah, like I
photographers?
mentioned, like they didn't know how to. The other photographers, white photographers.
They were all white.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
all
so
white.
you
I
can-
didn't find like any black photographer.
I see.
You just like most Nigerians are just beginning to settle in Barrie, and here is not even Barrie; it's Innisfil. So it's harder for you to find any Nigerian photographer. Even Nigerians itself, not to not talk of like a photographer, right? So in Barrie, no photographer. I did find somebody, but to be honest, like I didn't like what the person's job looked like. And I wasn't gonna pay over $200 for a service that I really don't like. So I was like, my husband was like, you know what? Why don't you start photography? You like taking pictures of yourself. You like taking pictures. Yeah, it was
Your
actually.
husband to suggest to you.
Yeah. It was actually to be honest, like thinking about it, all the good things in my life is always basically like my husband pushing me or my sister pushing me. Yeah, I have a sister, and she's based in the UK. So like my husband's like, hey, okay, why don't you actually try being a photographer? So like basically start as an hobby. We didn't have like the business perspective. We're like just start and see where it leads you to. So that's how I started. And by the way, FYI, a white person eventually took my pictures, and he edited the pictures. And it was basically my friend's dad. Yeah, my friend at work at Honda, his dad is a photographer, also works at Honda. So he took my pictures, and I see that he had taken pictures of a black person before. So that's
That helped a lot.
excuse me. Yeah, that helped a lot. I was more comfortable, and also like he gave me my raw pictures, which is good. I feel like most photographers will not give you your raw pictures, right? So he was willing to like edit pictures, give me the edited pictures, and also like give me my raw pictures, so I'm able to like go in and edit myself if I wanted to, which made me more comfortable. Like, okay, even if I didn't like his edits,
You got the base.
yeah,
That you can play
I can always work with the raw pictures. Yeah, so that was that. And pictures came out amazingly well. And I started photography. So I reached out to my wedding photographer, who is also my friend. We attended the same school, like the same university. And I was pregnant at that time. I hadn't put to bed. So he recommended like a textbook for me, like a beginner's photography textbook. So I started reading before I put to bed. So I was interested. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I really spent time. So like watching YouTube videos kind of opened my eyes. Like I thought like photography was just basically like dressing up nice and just clicking like a button. But I realized that it's a lot of work. Yeah, it is. Like in this life, you have to have passion for something before you pursue it. If not, you just get discouraged by the wayside. Yeah,
absolutely.
On your journey. Yeah, so it was a lot of work. It was a lot of math. It was a lot of thinking outside the box. You should have like good concept of balance, perspective. You must be very, very coordinated. You have to basically be like you're thinking of so many things when you're photographing. It's not just the outfit or what the person looks like. It's like lighting is photography is basically lighting.
It's all about lighting.
Yeah. So and also understanding your camera, how it works. Like you have terminologies like aperture, shutter speed. You have to know how everything syncs together. Your iOS. Your ISO, sorry, I keep mixing that word together. Your ISO, are you using like, mirrorless camera? Are you going for a DSLR? All that stuff. It was a lot, but I was just grateful to God that I had my friend to hold me through the journey, and he's still helping me through the journey.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, is that the white guy that took your picture?
Yeah. No, not the one. It's not the one. Yeah. So apparently the white guy sees my work right now because we follow each other on Instagram. I was like, hey, May, hope you don't mind. Like, if I do have weddings, I don't mind you second shooting for me. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I can't complain. Yeah, it has been a beautiful journey so far.
So have you come up with a brand yet for your business? Like, have you trying to brand yourself out?
Yeah. So eventually, I got my camera. I started taking, because I needed to practice, right?
Yeah.
So I started taking pictures of my church members, and everyone like, hey, you take nice pictures. So I eventually came up with a business name, which is Barry City Photographer. Please shout out Barry City Photographer. Yeah, my business is registered already. I'm not yet on Google Business. So for branding, I think I'm still branding. Like I feel as a business owner, you keep branding like every season. Along the way, you discover something you want to rebrand and reposition yourself. So I'll just say the branding is like, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Constantly.
Did you come with a logo yet? Did you come with a solid logo that you have for your business?
Yeah. So I did, I did design my logo, but nothing fancy. It was just like BCP, Barry City Photography, Grapher. I eventually want to give somebody to, help me make my logo. Yeah, but like at first, like I didn't want to spend money because I already spent so much on on camera, like the backdrop equipment, a lot of backdrops itself and modifiers. Sounds like the last thing I want to spend money on is my logo.
Yeah.
Really. And I mean, I'm just starting out. Like I'm just seeing, when I started, like I barely found anybody that was willing to pay me. Everybody liked my pictures, yeah. Like most people like free things.
Oh yeah.
Because I started out taking pictures of people in my church for free. Then eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna put a price to this since everybody likes it.
Yeah.
And people like it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get back to you. You know how people can be. Yeah. You know how people can be. So, but thankfully this year has really been good.
Yeah.
Very good. Like I cannot complain. That's why I've been so busy to
can't get on the show.
Yeah.
You know what? We have experience with May.
Yes.
So
Take our pictures too.
Yeah, and you haven't selected your pictures.
Yes.
I wonder when you went.
I know we've been busy too.
Yes, but
But
okay.
we liked everything that you took.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I can't wait to edit your pictures. I was thinking of actually selecting pictures for you and, just surprising you guys and showing you guys. But like, you know what? I'll just wait for you guys to select your pictures. Then I edit, then probably use this Christmas.
This
year.
Yeah,
this year.
Next
Not
year.
last year, like this Christmas. Because eventually you would have to pick your pictures. So you can always post during Christmas. Yeah.
I don't know. I think we might put a clip up of our pictures.
Yes,
in the pod,
please
so
do. Yes.
everybody can look at our pictures.
Yeah.
See what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe the audience can pick our pictures for us. Who knows?
Even you're just not taking picture. You put the music on and
Yeah.
then make our very comfy and then feel good.
Yeah.
And then make it more as a natural posture.
Yeah, I try to do like apart from pictures, like I try to like make reels, and I think that's what the word is about today. Like on Instagram, you can't just post pictures. Like Instagram is kind of pushing reels for to make your business more visible, which is very annoying because we have so many things to think about. Now Mark is making us dance on on Instagram and thinking outside the box and trying to create pictures, reels out of your pictures. Yeah, so definitely that's something I usually do, and we did that day. We had behind the scenes, and thanks to Lloyd, you brought your camera. You had behind the scenes, and I also try to do it for like people who come to the studio. I try to get behind the scenes footage, and I give somebody else to help me edit. Yeah,
behind the scenes footage.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, when you came to Canada, what was some of the things that you really enjoyed when you first got here, and what was some of the things that you were kind of disappointed in? Just to tell your fellow Nigerian people what's up when you get to Canada.
Okay, I'll just keep this very simple because I really don't want to go into like the nitty gritty or like
get into the nitty gritty. What are the things you like? Let's start with the things you actually like here.
Well, I just like that if you put in the work, it shows for you, which is something back home we don't have. You put in the work, it doesn't show. And I like the fact that your taxes, even though the taxes can be very cumbersome, like it can be a lot sometimes, but you can see your taxes, it's actually working. Like you have good roads, you have lights, you have constant power supply, constant water supply.
And you don't have that?
We do, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go into like, I'm not really trying, because when you say this, it might project the wrong thing, and people that are not Nigerians might feel like, oh, they don't have, because people already have a bad perception about like Nigeria, Africa, like, oh, they live in the village, we don't have water, and we have to go to the stream or the river to get.
You do?
No, we don't.
Oh.
That's people legit think like that way.
That's what they want you to think when you have to donate $1. Right? They have
Yeah,
these commercials
exactly.
Where like,
Yes, you see. So, but that's why I'm
people.
really trying to be careful. But but to be honest, we do have some areas or cities back home that they really don't have like lights. They haven't had like power supply in the past 6 months, past 4 months. Is really sad. Yeah, and I think one of the things I really enjoy about Canada is the security here. You know how you can go out in the middle of the night and you can drive home 2 a.m. Because sometimes you get back from work 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And you're not bothered about theft or armed robbery or assassins or, all that bad stuff. But back home, the insecurity is a lot. Like by 8, 9, you want to be in your house. We do party. We do like go out, but you're just going out. Like if you go out back home, it's basically to your detriment. Like you're going out and you're praying to God to bring you back home safe.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I think
because anything can happen on the road, right? Like, and that's because like people are suffering and they've decided to resort to like, bad social vices, basically.
So regardless how bad Canada has gotten, it's not nearly as bad as that.
Canada is not bad. Like if you ask any immigrants, like when I say bad, I think our bad right now is like, because we know when we got here, things were more like, I'm really bad with numbers, but I know the price, the cost of grocery shopping has gone up. So that's the only thing that I would say that I don't like currently.
Changed.
Yeah. Like the cost of living here is very high, super expensive. And people back home would not, they feel like because you're staying, like you're relocated, you're staying overseas, so everything is good and rosy. Meanwhile, basically, I think it's the same. When I think about the purchasing power, how is it back home? It's the same. But the only difference is back home, if you work overtime, you don't get paid. You just, because we get monthly salaries back home. There is you have bonuses, but it's probably end of the year bonus. But here, if you work overtime, you get paid, which is good. Like, at least even if I'm staying overtime, you have extra income coming for you, right? But living expenses have doubled, or I think almost tripled. It's insane. And it's not like when we got here, because we got here 2 years ago. Because I heard it was way better before we got here, like the cost of rent, gas.
Everything was so much cheaper.
Everything was cheaper
'Cause you've
before
only been
COVID.
here for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. And it's not like when because we came in post-COVID, right?
Yeah.
So everything had doubled. But
Yeah.
we still felt like, oh, it's still affordable, like compared to where we're coming from.
Right.
We felt like, oh, yeah, this is heaven.
So
But
you,
now,
but is it heaven still?
no, I'm like, because my husband is the person that is very, very logical, very calculative, very
And
like.
you guys got a lot of hustle too. You guys work hard. You both work full-time jobs
Yeah.
plus you got your business that
Honestly,
you
I
started.
can't complain.
There's some hustle behind you.
Yes, there is.
And your husband. Yeah, you guys got hustle.
I think the nature of our job makes it seem like we're hustling, and the business just basically started as a hobby. So
Yeah.
it's not like we were looking to find like a second means of income, like what
Right.
most Nigerians or most.
It's not like you're counting on your business.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good feeling, not have to count on it.
Honestly, I'm grateful to God for that, because I was really thinking at first, like when I gave birth to Tony, I thought that I was going to resign from my job and, focus on photography full time. But thank God I didn't do that, because
It's good to have full time to back up and move.
honestly, with the way people are I feel like before people say they want to have photo shoot, like that means they're very comfortable.
Yeah.
And again, because it has to be worth my while if I want to take your pictures. So I would definitely pad my price, like really, like if it's not making sense, I'm not going to take your pictures for you. Like why?
Right.
And everything is expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to talk about? Because I got some weird shit I want to talk about later.
I wouldn't answer weird questions, Lloyd.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Yes, go ahead.
I've been doing this thing, right, where it's like I've been noticing like it's a weird trend, I guess, but like when do you find yourself on your tippy toes? Do you find yourself ever up on your tippy toes at all these days, or?
What do you mean by tippy toes?
Okay, so
Yeah.
for me, lately I've been doing yoga, and I find when I do my downward dog, I'm on my tippy toes
But what's tippy
because I can't do flat foot, so you're up on your tippy toes. Yeah, like you're reaching high for something, you gotta get up on your tippy toes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when do you find yourself on your tippy toes?
When I stretch.
You stretching?
No, when I stretch to get something from the cabinet.
Yeah.
That's because going by your illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that's
Yeah,
when I
that's the
stretch.
only time.
Yeah, that's the only time. I'm very lazy. I don't work out.
Yeah. So ever since I've been doing yoga, I've been doing the downward dog, and I find like in the videos the people can go flat footed and do downward dog
Okay.
like this, but like I'm on my tippy toes still.
So when you say downward dog, basically like all fours.
Yeah, and you have like an arch in your back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like this. And your
Okay.
butt's up in the air.
Okay. I'm trying to imagine it. Okay, I
Yeah.
think I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So basically when I stretch.
when
like
you
when I stretch to get something, not
From the
stretch
counter.
workout. Yeah.
you don't work out.
I don't work out.
So let's get in that. Why don't you work out?
Because I'm a full-time mom, full-time
Business
HR,
entrepreneur.
a year,
Yes,
like
3
full-time
jobs.
everything.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I really, really, really want to take my health seriously this year. I'm in my 30s, right? Early 30s. And
Early 30s.
yeah, my early 30s. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good age.
I know. And I want to live long. So I really
Yeah.
want to start exercising. I was thinking of getting like a treadmill, but the cost of a treadmill really shocked me. I was like, it was like, girl, shut up.
I feel like a treadmill is a huge mistake.
I know
a skipping rope would be way better than a
Bec-
treadmill.
Well, I don't have a garage. Like you've seen my house before.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
have
we're gonna
that
put the
space.
treadmill.
I do have a space for treadmill because it's like one spot and you just like, running on the spot.
Yeah.
But for like skipping, I used
Yeah.
to skip back home. To be honest, like
Yeah.
before I got married, I did skip a lot and it really did help me lose weight. So I like for me skipping, back home we had like a backyard. I would go outside and skip. Then back home our houses for our ceilings, it was way higher than what we have here.
Right.
It's way higher than what we have here. So and I'm tall, so
Yeah, you're a tall
Yeah.
woman.
so like for me skipping doesn't cut it.
Not,
and
not
again,
in this location.
Not in this location. Then having my baby that she's constantly tied to my hip. She's always like following me everywhere. So I know if I want to skip, she's gonna be like, "Mommy."
Yeah, she's gonna be right in your way.
Yeah, she's gonna be in my way. But for a treadmill, I mean, she can watch TV and look at me work out, and I'm running on the spot. So I feel it's not a bad choice, really.
So you
And cold weather.
Yes, like yeah.
so
I
like
don't like weather.
your location, you live above us.
Yes, I do.
At the Roadhouse here.
I know.
Yeah, so how's the weekends going for you? The karaoke and the loud music that we have down here, is that affecting you in any negative way?
No, I mean you guys are having fun. I'm happy for you. I think it's a good highlight to the business, like having people drop by, and I think not just even the business, like for the community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really want to attend one of these days, but I know how
We'd love to have you come down and sing
honestly,
for us.
I know for everything happening, but really, at first, the very first time, I think I remember the first session you had.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going? I was like,
What
what is happening? At first, I thought I didn't even think it was you guys. I thought it was like the next person. So I was like, okay, maybe they're probably having like a birthday party or something. I was like, okay, the noise is gonna stop. It's gonna stop. It's gonna stop. Then it didn't stop. Like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I was trying so hard to sleep that night.
Oh no.
I had a very long day. And I always have a very long day. With a child, you always have a very tiring day. So I was like, I really wanted to sleep. And I remember GB coming. He was working nights, so he was gonna come like 3 a.m. So I had like my pillow on my face the entire the entire night. And to be honest, I'm not like I think it's called light sleeper. Like I can sleep with noise, but I just guessed that I had like a migraine. Yeah, for me, first session I was like, what's happening really? Jenny and Lloyd, what's happening? But now, I'm expect tomorrow you're gonna have a session, right?
Yes.
Guys, please come for the karaoke session, please, please. It's actually very nice. But honestly, I was at first I didn't even know you had people around. I thought it was just maybe you trying to like make music and practice. Then I heard noises. Like, oh, okay. Then I have seen your videos on YouTube of the karaoke session, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like when I said I was so proud of you guys for you to be able to pull that number, I was really like, impressive. Really, and you guys just started, right?
Yeah.
So I should ask you, how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, we feel really good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very like actually I look forward to it every weekend now to have like people come and
over,
sing and stuff, and like it's always like a different group like
of people.
Not always a different group, but like there's a group that comes, the locals that are like
they already
in their
know.
middle of their life, middle-aged people.
Yeah.
And they're having a blast.
You see,
and seeing people having so much fun is a lot of fun, watching people enjoying themselves.
True.
And then it seems like every night we have like a different kind of group. And not yet have we had two groups kind of mashed together.
Okay.
But I mean, when that happens, it will be pretty fun.
It'll be pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel during summer it's gonna happen because everybody's gonna be in a high spirit, good mood. The weather is nice. People want to be outside. Same with me. Like I feel it's harder for me to go out during winter because I feel because we're wired that way. I know like you guys are used to being cold all the time. So, but for me, I'm like, no, I want to be under my duvet. Like I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. Yeah, so definitely during summer, I'm going to come downstairs.
It's just to come downstairs.
It's still the same. I don't want to have. I want to be wrapped up in my blanket, drinking something hot and warm, maybe like a ginger tea, because I really don't like the weather. Right. Yeah. But really, I'm happy for it. I was just wondering, like, how are you able to pull the number? Like, do you have like a kind of like a flyer? Do you post
we do flyers, and then we have like a Facebook page that I post on. Okay.
But I feel like you can also post.
Word of mouth was big for us.
Big for you.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Akona chat, the chat groups were pretty big for helping the business grow. Everybody who's on those chat groups really like amazing, and then the reviews.
Oh, the Akona, right?
Akona.
You tried one of the and there's so many other groups.
Those people are so kind to us.
Look, like, that's honestly nice. I told you it was gonna work. Yeah. There are I know there are other local groups that support business owners, and I remember when I started photography, right? That's how I knew about these groups, but it's just so sad because I'm black and I posted on these groups. I was looking for because I really don't want my business to be like black. I don't want to just take photography of black people. I really want to take white people
And Asian.
Like everybody, not like white.
Everybody.
When I say white, like white skin and dark skin, chocolate skin, caramel.
every color in the
Every
rainbow.
color in the world. I want to take pictures of everybody, and I put it on the group the other. I was really looking for like a model or anybody to. I think I specified pregnant women. Like I really wanted to photograph. Like I didn't mind.
So
I remember
everybody thinks
telling.
you got a weird kink or
Oh
something.
my god! Everybody was like, "Yeah, right. She's fraud. I wouldn't advise you to go there."
Oh no.
I was so sad. I felt so. I kind of understand because the world is wicked, right? You have to be careful out there. If I myself did see that kind of post, I wouldn't say bad things, but I
Right.
wouldn't just go for it
Yeah.
without seeing. And the funny thing then, I didn't have any pictures, right?
Mm.
But I did have like a Facebook page for my business.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure about the name then, but I had a picture of me holding like a camera and trying to convince people, hey, I'm legit. I'm not a serial killer, right?
Yeah.
But everybody just kept saying stuff. I posted like in 3 groups. I was so sad. I closed down my Facebook page for I disabled it for like a while. Then
Oh no.
my friend and my sister had to like talk to me, and that's how I was able to pick myself back up. I was like, God, I felt so bad. Like I missed home because I know back home I don't need to like
Didn't have to worry
look for
about
like
that.
people would just gladly say, yeah, come and take my picture. Like it's free work, like it's free, right? And I know that I take amazing pictures, yeah. But that's that about that. That's past right now. Like
Yeah, that's
I'm a
pretty
big
good.
shot right now, so
Yeah.
really I don't care.
Yeah, like Chenny, you did something recently that helps the business a lot, right?
Okay.
You did a charity donation thing.
Ah,
How was
Talk
that?
about that?
last week the Leafroy skating club. Yeah, so a lot of competition is many.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
What'd-
that's nice.
What'd you donate again? Talk about that.
I donated chicken.
Of course, chicken. And I'm sure they really liked your chicken.
Yes.
So you did it for free. You decide. How did you know about the initiative or the drive?
They asking me about the price of the donation fee.
Okay.
And but they say that I can donate the food as well.
Okay.
So I decided to
donate food,
donate
which makes sense. Yeah.
So you donated some rice.
rice, fry, and fried chicken.
chicken to
Yeah.
children. Do you know what's the age? The age group.
I don't know. I think it's just that there are a lot of volunteer there. It's
Okay.
over 50 people. So
Okay.
So we
Yeah, so
Yes,
you
so-
donated so the kids were probably around like 7 to 12, 13 years old. Like it
Okay.
was like girls dancing and
It would have been
on
fun
the
to
ice.
photograph them.
So
Oh, really?
I'm making a montage. I don't know. We'll probably show the montage in this
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm making a montage of that going
Nice.
there, and
Okay, that's
yeah,
good.
they had your chicken under tight security.
I'm sure that should help boost the business,
Yeah,
right?
so we didn't know that, but there is the food for the volunteer food. It's
Yeah,
not
it was
a-
for the
co-
volunteer.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
Okay.
thought it was for like everybody, like the
yeah.
the
So how many like
competitors.
what was the like when you went there? What was like your order? Like how much did you pack? How much food did you pack when you were going for the?
Oh, it
Was it a lot?
Yeah, it was. Well, the thing was, she donated over $200 worth of chicken.
Oh,
Yeah, so
so
it was pretty good.
sweet.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, Really?
Yeah.
That's so nice of you.
And then the
guys.
some of the young girls came here and sang karaoke after they were done competing.
Oh,
So that
really?
was really adorable.
really nice. Oh, so that
So-
was like it happened on a Friday, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
did
they
it
started
all
they
weekend.
started the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
so
That's
by-
good.
Mm.
That's very. I believe like you guys. They have the best chicken. I tell everybody, every client that I have, I think the last client I had, she was in a rush. So that's why she couldn't, because I know it takes like 10, 15 minutes to
Yeah.
prepare. So like I tell everybody that comes, that I photograph in my studio, that you guys have the best chicken. Like I think I have kept, like I keep telling everybody, and I'm pretty sure, like, because my desire for you guys is for you to like grow, expand, and have like
Yeah.
another franchise. Is it gonna be called franchise now? Like
No,
another,
we're gonna try to brand and franchise it.
yeah, and have another one in Barry, because like, well, for me, I really don't eat out, right? I'm a very picky eater, but like for all the chicken I have had like no shade to McDonald's or Wendy's. I think it's just McDonald's, Wendy's. I have had I'm trying to remember the name. I'm really trying the name. I can see the building, but I can't remember the name, right? But I really don't like the chicken until in fact, like
Popeyes?
no.
KFC?
I can't remember, but when I remember, I'll say it. Yeah, right. But I'm not trying to share them. Like, please don't come for me. Yeah, but like,
they're coming for you.
please don't come for me. But like,
Yeah.
honestly, your chicken is really good. This is not an advert, guys. So like, honestly, I would not endorse something.
Oh,
that
plug
is
us
not
hard.
good.
Go ahead. Plug us.
Your chicken is amazing. Like, I remember how I had your chicken. I didn't know, like, when I was staying upstairs, remember, like, I gave birth. I didn't know that, I thought it was just like the grocery, the convenience store. I didn't know, like, there was actually food downstairs. Then GB was like, one of those days that I was very hungry after breastfeeding. I was like, GB was like, why don't you try the food downstairs?
Yeah.
Then I was like, make sure they have food downstairs. Then you're like, yeah. Then he bought chicken and brought it upstairs. Then I had it. I was like, well, let me just have a bite. I'm like, oh my God, we have such a treasure downstairs. And I will tell GB to go all the way because I do like KFC. Yeah.
KFC.
KFC, share to KFC, please. I don't like the KFC here.
It's
The
trash? Are you saying it's trash?
I didn't say that. But like, honestly, the one back home, I used to think it's trash, but I actually like the KFC back home better here. Same with the Domino's. Yeah. I think the Domino's here is also pretty good as the one we have back home, right?
Yeah.
But like the KFC here is trash because it feels like most of the chicken is
You're talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Why are you calling out the phone? Please don't call for me. I don't
She's
have
talking
money.
about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I don't have money. Please,
Kentucky
but
Fried Chicken sucks here in Canada.
in my own opinion,
Only
like
the
the
Korean
chicken is
fried chicken's the best.
Yes. KFC Roadhouse Korean fried chicken is the
Yes.
best. Yes. Chicken is always undercooked. So I had your chicken for the first time. I was like, so I've been starving myself all this while. And I've been going all the way to Barry to buy food. So since then, I've been hooked. And I told myself, like everybody that comes that I photograph, I'm definitely going to tell them about your chicken. And anytime they have your chicken, like I had a friend, I don't know if you remember them. They stay really far. I can't remember her area, but she came for pictures. Then she texted me one day after having, like, obviously she had your chicken, right? She was texting me one day. She was like, I wish I could just come to your area and buy chicken right now. But you guys are you're very far, right? So that's how good their chicken is. You guys should try Jenny's chicken.
It's funny too because like every time some like darker people come in the restaurant,
Yeah.
I always think of you.
You.
I always think this is you plugging us. Like, they're only here for because of me.
But I plug you. No. I just don't plug black people. I also plug white people because I
Yeah.
also told people at Honda,
At
right?
Honda, yeah.
And they did come and so
we got a lot of people from Honda too that
You
come
see,
here.
yeah,
and I'm like,
so-
oh, where do you work? They're like from Honda.
You see,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I think I'm
I- 'cause
right away. I'm like, hey man.
Because I'm always talking about your chicken, like, you guys chicken. Because there was one day at work, I was hungry. I was like, then someone was like, why don't you have Jenny's chicken? I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have it. I was actually supposed to call you this time to make chicken. Then my mother-in-law wanted to have pizza. So I was like, okay, I'll just have this slice. And I'm trying to watch my weight. It's like, I can always order chicken another time.
Yeah,
But I really wanted to have your chicken this night. Yeah.
I think
That was
this
my
next year we're gonna work really hard on
Yes.
branding and creating a logo and like
Next-
marketing the
Yeah.
product
This
this year. Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
This year is a big year for us
Yes,
to
it is. Yeah.
because now we've established a fan base. We have people
Yeah.
that like the food. Now we gotta like
Presence. in the
get those
community.
branding out there on our packaging. So like when people buy our food,
They know,
They
you
know
get
it's
like
our
small
food,
stickers and put
because
it
right
on
now
the
we're using generic packaging and it doesn't really push our
You
brand.
could even just do like stickers on the generic packaging. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm like.
You should.
Start off
And with
small.
your number.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
And
definitely.
we got a few ideas down the pipeline that we're gonna invest
I trust
in.
you guys. I trust you guys. I just really like this. You know, I remember when you guys started, like Jenny would be like, oh, like, you know, how you guys always wish like people would know that there is, you know, KFC here,
Yeah,
right?
nobody knows.
And I'm
yeah.
really happy for you guys, really, because your
So-
food is really amazing.
When you're at home and you're chilling out and you're tired and exhausted, what movies do you enjoy? What kind of
Korean movies. Maybe that's why I like Korean fried chicken.
You like only Korean movies?
I like Korean movies. Okay, currently
What
I'm
are you watching right now?
Nigerian
She doesn't have
YouTube.
time.
Yeah, I really don't have time, but like these days when I find like my blood pressure is high,
Yeah,
right?
you gotta chill.
And I
out.
just really want to just chill and not think. I watch Nigerian movies. Okay, so things I really like Korean movies, right?
Yeah.
But like these days, when I find my blood pressure is high, I'd rather watch a Nigerian movie. Why? Because it kind of reminds me of home.
Yeah, but what kind of Nigerian movies are you watching? Are you watching
Always-
horror movies?
why
is there
will I
good-
watch horror
they must have
movies?
some good horror movies, right?
No,
No?
I don't. Do I look like someone that like? I don't watch horror movies. Nope.
No.
Love story.
Yes,
Yes.
that's why I like Korean
Yeah,
movies. And I
so-
think that's why we bonded the very first time.
First
Because
time, yeah,
when
she
I started
watched
talking
the-
to you, we were watching the same
the-
thing. So it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, really? A Korean person watching Korean movie I was watching. It was very exciting for me. Yeah. I really like Korean movies, Nigerian. And for me, I'm a romantic girl.
So
Like,
okay, in Nigeria, what kind of romantic things get the Nigerian women feeling romantic? What things do the Nigerian men do to romance Nigerian women? What's romantic about your movies? What gets you going?
So So if you say Nigerian, so what gets me going is actually Korean romantic movies.
Korean
Like,
romantic.
yeah.
So they cry a lot.
That's what you feel.
Am I wrong? But do Korean romantic shows, there's
Yes.
a lot of crying going on. No, am I wrong?
They cry at some points. Crying is good.
No,
Crying is a feeling.
They cry a lot.
No?
Yeah, you cry too.
You see?
They try to make you cry in those shows, man.
So you cry?
So I'm saying, like, I have feelings. I cry. Yeah.
You see?
When they crying, everybody's crying in the room. You're a
which is
psychopath
good.
if you don't cry. You have to cry with the group, otherwise everybody's looking at you like, what is wrong with you?
My
You
husband
have to
wouldn't
cry. Even if
My-
you have to fake cry, you gotta fucking cry, man.
No, my husband, one time I'm watching Korean movies and I'm crying, I'm like, so big. My husband's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, are you okay?
So
Like,
GB's not allowed to cry. He's gotta suck it up.
He's very, very hard guy.
He doesn't
hardcore.
cry?
He's like, what the fuck are you watching?
He turns around and gets all mad, walks out, and then he's crying in the other room. Like,
It would
"Oh."
never. I have tried to get him to watch Korean movies, but I think the only one he has watched is, I think
The Train?
The Squid Game.
Squid
Like,
Game.
Yeah.
Season
So I
1 is the
didn't-
only.
I didn't even watch season 1.
You didn't watch season 1?
Because it's like, why are you killing people in the game? Like I said, I watch movies to escape reality. Like the word already is harsh.
Yeah.
It's filled with bad news. So if I want to watch a movie, I would read the reviews, know what the storyline is about. That's when I'm like, okay, yeah, definitely. If I watch it and it's already feeling creepy or I feel, I'm going to turn that shit off.
Oh,
Like,
so you
yeah.
just want to cry.
No, I just want to be happy. And like, I like it when people are in
Feel happy.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of teenage first
Yes,
puppy love
yeah,
kind of like thing where they
yes,
trying to figure out their feelings for each other.
Yes.
And then they finally figure it out.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, you get But honestly, we do have I do enjoy other Korean movies that are not romance. Like basically, they're very focused on their work. Because if you watch The Doctors, it's very eye-opening because you get to see how people struggle in the world with so many diseases. Then you see how operations and surgeries are being carried out, and you're it's very mind-blowing, right? It looks very real, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, so this is how they do it. This is how they do it, right? So. Yes, definitely, I would go for that kind of movies. But so far, it's not dark or there's nobody. There's most Korean movies that have romance in it.
Yeah.
There's
With
always someone that is creepy inside, probably stalking. So
Right.
that scene is kind of scary, but
Yeah.
it's not what the movie's about. It's just
Right.
a
a lot
part
of ghost stuff.
Yeah, I've watched a Korean movie that was based on ghost, right?
A lot of ghost stuff.
Yeah.
That's sad.
like to
That
do a
shit
lot
makes
of-
you cry. Oh my God! When they start feeling bad for their loved ones and stuff, man, you start balling up, some cry tissues.
But why I like Korean movies again is because of their values.
Yeah.
They kind of have the same value system as we Nigerians. No shade to Hollywood, but I enjoyed watching Hollywood movies while growing up. But the thing is that before you know it, like teens are already having sex. Why are you having sex? You're a teen for crying out loud. Then
Whoa, so you didn't have sex when you were a teen?
No, I'm
You
a
didn't?
Christian. No,
No,
I
you're
kept
Christian,
myself
right?
for my husband.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
From when you were married?
Yeah.
So you waited until after you were married?
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
That shouldn't be amazing. I
That-
mean, if you're a Christian, that should be the fucking standard, right?
Yeah. But
if you're a
still,
Christian, you're not doing that
but
stuff.
chill, like this is
What?
so the thing about Christianity is that you don't have to be perfect, right? You don't
Right.
you don't need to be perfect. So
Right.
if you find a Christian that's probably had sex before marriage, it's still fine.
It's not
God
the end
still
of the
loves
world, right?
Exactly.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean you're going to hell or you're a bad person.
You can just ask for forgiveness, right?
You can ask for forgiveness. Yeah,
and
definitely.
He'll forgive you.
God will forgive you.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you repent from your sin. Yeah, if
Right.
you don't commit fornication or adultery. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but the point is, they make it seem like it's okay for you to like have sex, apart from even having sex, like what's it called, having sex during teenage. My issue is they make it seem like it's okay for you to have multiple sexual partners. Like it's not okay.
It's not.
Because that's not like my value system. That's
Right.
not what I grew up. Even if you remove, I don't like removing Christianity from the equation, but my traditional beliefs, like Nigerian belief, is like one man, one woman. We do this. We do have situations whereby you find one man, multiple partners, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But still, like most people would go with, just be faithful to one person. Then also Christianity, be faithful to one person. And before you know it, they start kissing at the beginning of the movie. Korean movies, they don't even they started kissing in their movies, and if they don't even kiss, you feel the romance.
Right.
Yeah, but for like Americans, before you know, they're already taking off their clothes. You're already
Right.
like chill,
It's like the subtle
chill.
things,
Take
the
your
subtle
time.
things in Korean
Yeah.
movies. Just
The
the look,
look.
just the way they look at you, like
yes, the caring, yeah, and all
Yeah.
of that. It's just so nice. I like the build up, right?
the build up. They
Yes,
have a lot
before
of build up
they
in
do.
Korea.
Yeah,
So
before-
in Nigerian
before do
movies, there's no
something
build
is-
up like that. There's no build up.
There is, but like I mean, because it's Nigerian, I already know what's gonna happen. So
What's
Nigerian movies when you say
typically
movie,
what's the like pop 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 in a Nigerian
well,
movie?
yeah, you're the
What's the
boys.
bullet points?
The boys win the girl. The girl is like, no, I can't marry you, or I have somebody else. Then the boy tries to be like an hero. Maybe tries to rescue her if she's, or maybe
see.
when she's not feeling fine, he does a lot of stuff for her.
Do they have like arranged marriages in Nigeria?
Yes, we do.
Do you have that?
Yeah, we do. Some
Oh.
tribes do have arranged marriages, and they still do it till date. But
So-
it's not so prominent.
So they're not Christian then? Like what's the other religions in Nigeria?
So we do have Christianity, Islam, and traditional worshippers.
Traditional worshippers? What's that?
So it's like people that decide to worship, let's say, so we do have different traditional gods. Like to them, they believe they exist, but I don't believe they exist. It's like it's just like Indians worshiping like an elephant or a statue, like a carved
Of an
idol or
elephant?
something. Yeah, it could be any form in any form or any shape.
Okay.
But for like the traditional worshippers is the same. They probably decide to worship like maybe the sun or water or like a carved idol, things like that.
Could be anything.
Basically anything that's not God. Yeah.
Really? Anything. So you have many gods in Nigeria.
Not when you say put it like that. I really don't know because I really don't know about their
Because you're a
religion.
Christian.
Yeah, because when you say traditional worshippers, like I really don't want to know what you are worshiping.
Right. So it's a very small amount of
Yeah,
people that are
very small.
worshiping anything besides
Yeah,
Christianity.
it's not prominent. It's just very soft, very.
So almost like a
minute.
voodoo kind of
Yeah, like black magic,
black magic,
Yeah,
voodoo
exactly.
stuff.
like
Ooh.
witchcraft.
That sounds
kinda
more
thing.
fun than being a Christian.
You?
Like it just sounds like cool.
Why?
Like you got a bag of bones, you know. Like
Why do you?
you
Why do
gotta-
you feel?
You
Why
gotta
do you
read the
like?
bones kind of thing.
Jenny, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay in the house? Because, like, why? I feel bad.
I think he watched so many
Oh, I
about
love
the
voodoo shit,
No,
man.
no,
Voodoo
no.
stuff is so
there
exciting.
was the kind of a movie in the movie.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I feel I feel some men are wired that way. Like you're not, you like enjoying. You enjoy watching horror movies.
I just like there's a TV show called American Gods. Have you seen that?
no.
It's on Prime. So it's about like old gods, right? And how like the old gods existed and they need worshipers to have power. And like there's these new gods which are like technology, like apps and like Instagram.
They're actually gods.
like-
They're actually gods, really.
Yeah, and like how they're competing now.
Yeah.
Like there's this little war going on between the new gods, which is like technology, and the old gods like Zeus, like the Greek gods and stuff. And like they have like this voodoo guy in the show, and he's like represents the African or whatever, like religions and stuff. And I think that's really cool. I think there's a place for it.
Place.
Yeah, I think there's a place for having all other ideas besides just one idea of what God could be or what God represents.
If you think about it logically, you're kind of right. But at the end of the day, I believe that every human being is like your soul is searching for something to it's like you're searching for something to satisfy your soul, right? But at the end of the day, like when you get old and weary, you realize that it's actually God.
There's only one God.
Yeah. Really.
And that's the one you're praying to say, I'm sorry for all those
Yeah.
things I did.
Yeah, like
Right?
because nobody's perfect. Yeah, you just like when you offend your loved one, you have to ask for forgiveness.
So in Christian, you're as a Christian, you're in the image of God. You're the image of God. Is that right?
yeah, that's what my Bible
So
says.
we're all kind of like God in God's image.
yeah. Well, the Bible says we're all gods. Like
We're all gods.
we are all gods because we are created in God's own image.
So we're all our own individual God.
not your own individual. When you say you are all gods, it's just like you give birth to a child. Your child is a mini version of you.
Right.
So basically, that's what it means.
I see.
Yeah, and basically when you say you're all gods, in more like if you go technically like deeper, it means like you have a spirit. God is a spirit. You're able to make choices between good and bad. So that's what it means basically. Like,
But isn't that a perception? What good and bad is? Like it depends on where you're standing. If you're on one side of the fence or the other, if it's good or bad. Because like there's a lot of movies that go by like, okay, like this guy has this point of view and you can relate to his point of view and you cheer for him, but then you go to the other character's point of view and he's the bad guy. He's like his arch enemy, and you kind of can relate to both people's point of view and where they're coming from. And it's just a perspective situation of what's good and evil.
it's
or
true.
good or bad.
Life is not black life is not black and white. There's always like a gray area, right? But when you put it that way, you're like, oh, in a movie, you can relate to this person's perspective, you can relate to that person's perspective. But there's always something that costs something. There's always like a trigger, like, why did you behave this way? That's why this person reacted that way. So you're like, oh, you're probably able to lean more towards one particular character.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe like God has given everybody, like, you have a soul, thinking faculty, you have a conscience. Your conscience is able to tell you if this is good or bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm not trying to get deep into this, but I'm trying to paraphrase now, or let me say properly try to articulate my thoughts, because I think there's a part in the Bible that says God is going to judge you based on what you think. It's like, if you believe this is bad, and you, okay, let me not just go into, because I don't want to get roped into what I want to say.
Okay.
Because really, there's always something like even
getting
with
deep.
Christians,
We're getting deep today.
even with
Holy shit. Whoa. I think we're running out of time. We don't have enough time for this shit.
True.
We don't have time to be talking about good or evil.
True. But in all,
Okay, let me ask you one thing.
okay.
Do you like Trump?
To be honest, I really don't do politics.
Do you want to become the 51st state?
No, I like Canada.
You want to stay Canadian?
I want to stay Canadian.
What do you think about the Canadian dollar right now?
Why it's not like the pound? Yeah. I need it to be very
a lot
powerful.
less.
Yes, it's so sad. When I'm sending money back home, it feels like like I mentioned earlier in this podcast, I was like, it's basically the same thing. Like back home, like the value. Because you know how I don't know what the rates are saying currently, but I know if my sister who is in London decides to send like maybe let's say in this case, let's say £5,
Yes.
that's a lot of money.
It's in
But
that-
like in Nigeria, in naira,
yeah, that's a lot of money.
But if I send five
Canadian dollars,
like it's like
half the money.
honestly,
it's half the money.
it's
No, it's
basic-
half.
It's basic. No,
It's not even half.
it's like half. It's like times. It's like
It sucks.
it's, honestly, I'm like
You're giving change.
Yeah, and you have a lot of people you want to help back home.
Yeah.
Really, you really want to help a lot of people. But when you're when the
exchange
economy
rate
is
sucks.
competing with your salary,
Yeah.
with your take home, like
Yeah.
how are you able to help a lot of people back home? And like I said, people back home feel like, oh, because you're here, you're living a better life, but you're paying rent. And the only good thing back home, if you don't pay your landlord, I think it's the same thing here. So if you don't pay your landlord, they can't kick you out, right? I think the law would not allow them
Yeah.
to kick you out.
Well,
But-
it's
This is different.
it depends on how you
like,
go about
my
it.
point is back home you can actually like still beg people for money, like, oh hey, I need help. You see somebody who will give you money. But here, for you to tell somebody to give you money, everybody's living off credit card here, right? And you know, it's not what you see on face value. Like, so it's so sad. I don't like the Canadian dollar.
Okay, let's go to something nicer.
So don't bring up to the there one.
Spring is coming.
Yeah.
Are you excited? What do you got planned for the summer?
I intend to be more outside this summer because, like, first year I got here, I was very indoor. We came from Angus to Innisfail, and we're staying in basements, very indoor. Although we did go out, we tried because during summer you have a lot of Nigerian communities. Communities, sub-communities, big communities try to get together so that everybody's like, oh, hey, you know that Nigerians are living here. We try to throw like barbecue parties. Then I have friends who live in their own houses and they try to throw barbecue parties too. So I tend to do all of that because I know that I'll probably have like 3 or 4 Nigerian throwing barbecue parties. Then also I want to go to Toronto this year. Like I have a daughter, she's working, she's talking. So I already saved some ideas on Instagram. Some Mississauga, like play area. I want to go like on play dates with her. I really want to try. I heard like there's this spa open in Mississauga, like Mommy and Me. You have like a spa day with your daughter. I was just telling GB today, like those things I really want to go. I heard of this place. I don't know the name, but I just had them saved on Instagram. Like there's this spot in Toronto that if you go there, you take pictures by yourself and they have like different like setups and you can take like digital and physical pictures. I really want to go there and do that. I want to go to Niagara Falls with my mother-in-law. Because I've been to Niagara Falls like 3 times, but I haven't seen how the fall itself like change different colors. I really want to book like a room and stay like 2 nights and see what it looks like there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Comic-Con's this month in March. I think it's the 20th.
I haven't heard of Comic-Con.
It's like you dress up as your favorite movie characters. and
Oh yeah, I've heard of
anime
Comic-Con.
characters.
Yeah, but I've heard of it in Big Bang.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now.
Yeah, Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this month in
sure.
Toronto. So
Oh really?
yeah,
Oh,
maybe
nice.
that's something that
Okay, what
Toonie would like.
this month? Oh really?
Yeah, look it up.
Okay, I will.
Look on Google.
I will definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could try.
We went.
Hopefully, you went last year. How was
No,
it?
not last year. A couple of years ago we went.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty fun. Yeah, I suggest take your kids out to Comic-Con.
Okay. Definitely, I'll look into it. Hopefully, I'm not shooting that weekend
Yeah.
because it feels like everybody's birthday is like in March and April.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yes, time flies in this place. Like that's one thing I know here. I'm looking forward to retirement because I'm tired of working.
Oh, already? Early
Yeah.
30s and she's already looking for the door. Jeez.
Like I talk about it every day to everybody who cares to listen to me. Like I used to I'm jealous of people when I see people in Honda retiring and they come in for like their packages, their retirement package. I'm like, I'm jealous of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm very jealous. Even because you know how you're little and you're like, oh, I can't wait to grow up. I was telling GB today, like, I'm going to tell Tony, if you say I can't wait to grow up, just say I can't wait to grow up and have my own business, not work for anybody and make enough money. Then that's when you enjoy life,
Yes.
right? Yeah, so really, I can't wait. I can't wait, honestly.
Okay, May. So can you tell everybody how to find you and sign us off?
Okay, when you say sign us off, okay, so everybody, thank you for, staying with us today. Thank you for being with us on the podcast. I hope you guys would watch this episode. Please make sure to put a very nice caption, Lloyd, something that will catch people's attention.
I will get your help with that.
Okay. Yeah, and for my business, it's Barry City Photographer. I'm on Instagram. I'm not yet on Google Business, but definitely you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Threads. Yeah. And Korean fried chicken, you can find them on Google Business. You can check the reviews. You will see amazing pictures of the food they have. They have lovely food. And please do subscribe and comment and watch our podcast. Please help us help this small business grow. We love you. Thank you so much. I had so much fun today, really.
Okay. I hope you come back on our show.
Okay, I will.
We only get better by practice.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for watching my video. Stop by Roadhouse Korean Fried Chicken and get some fresh Korean fried chicken. Don't forget subscribe. Thank you.